In the last video, we learned how to pair all of the edges on the 4x4 cube. So all of my edges across my whole 4x4 have now been placed together, which is the last step we need before this 4x4 is going to turn into a 3x3. I know I mentioned it already, but you should be an expert on the 3x3 before you do the 4x4, because now if you look in our guide, the last thing we needed to do was to pair the edges, which is where we put all of the edges together so the two colors lined up. I got my two white, my two green. Okay, I've got my two orange, my two green, and so on. All of my edges are lined up, all of the two edges, okay? And that is the last part that you need in the 4x4 guide, at least if you do it my way. And so what we actually need is the 3x3 guide. And so if you already know how to do this, then you are golden, and you just need to make this a 3x3. If you remember in the 3x3, where I'm literally going to go back to basics of these videos, which you could just go back and watch this from here on out, because we need to make this a daisy. If you remember in my other video, the very first thing you want to do is make a daisy, which means you have the side with the yellow. So here's my white side. I'm going to flip it over, and here I have my yellow side. I want a daisy. So I want, where before I just wanted, I wanted my yellow in the middle, and then I wanted these four to be white. Well, now I want these two to be white, these two to be white, these two to be white, and these two to be white. And then I'll have my daisy, which is the first step in the 3x3, even though I am doing the 4x4. As you can see, I already have two white ones, okay, and they should be the same color. And so now I'm gonna look for any of the other two white ones that I can pull up into place. And if you remember, when you're pulling them up to the yellow side, you're kind of looking usually at the bottom. Like I wanna see, look, I already have these two whites over here. So what I'm gonna do on this, from this white side, is I'm just gonna pull up those two whites, okay? And notice that I have these two whites, and now I need to get, to make my daisy, I need to get these two whites. So sometimes that move might have put some more whites on the other side. It did not. So I'm gonna look for some of my other white, okay. I see two white pieces here, and I actually see two white pieces here. Remember that I want these up here, and notice that if I turn these, even these down here, it's not going to, they're not in the right spot, they're on the wrong side. So here's, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of moving. If I turn this side here, okay, notice that these two are on the back side over here. So what I can do is turn this toward me, and now I can pull those up. And now I have two white ones. Now they happen to actually align, and that might not always happen, but at least our goal is to get these, we're keeping our yellow here, and we're looking to get all of these edge pieces to be white. So we're looking for the last two white ones to put up here. I don't care about corners. I don't care about what's happening on any other side. My only goal is the daisy. So yellow, white, 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 and also white. So let's see if I can find my other white. I actually just happen to see that they are right here, and they can just be pulled right into place. Okay, but let's say maybe they weren't. Let's say they were over here, like on this side that's kind of tricky. Okay, remember that you can't just pull them into place. They have to be on top. So if I pull them back, what I can do is pull them. It's anything that I'm going to be, if you think about these two here, they're the same thing that are going to be here. So if I can move these over into that same spot I was just talking about, I can just pull them right up. So now I have the daisy on the 4x4. Yellow, these two white, these two white, these two white, and these two white. So that is the first step in kind of solving the 3x3 on the 4x4, is to make the daisy. So I'll make another video showing what to do next.